Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby. We're back with another video. And yes, as you can see from the title of this video and the title of the video we're going to be reacting to, we're here to react to the last two champions for season 1 in 2XKO, or year 1 of 2XKO, Lux and Samira. Now, there's been 6 characters, 1 creature slash man, and 5 girls. So I don't know what the goal is for this. I don't know what was the roadmap in the office, in the meetings. But yeah, we're gonna see the tea with this. So yeah, I think this was a good year for 2XKO. I think Thresh really, you know, hooked in the players figuratively and literally to try the game. And now you're on to like, the popular ones. I think year 2 will be more focused on the fan favorites like Set Earlier Riven, Zed, all of that. So yeah, make sure this game does well in 2026 so that our 2027 looks amazing. With that being said, enough my rambling. Let's get on to this reaction. So we got a Galio stage. What a stage, baby. Kale was right there.
Together we'll light up the dome.
And there she is.
And I'll be your beacon when you need it most.
On social media, she looks like a mix of her lore and something else, her Wild Rift maybe. And I even tweeted on my Twitter at drcurvy_YT, if you don't follow me. She looks like Cassandra from Soul Calibur 6. Now, I'm a fighting game casual. I think Tekken and this are the ones where I like get into it. So she kind of looks like she's the Lily, basically. They want to make her the Lily, the Moneymaker 2.0. Okay, so she throws out her Q. Love that. Again, stereo is too funny. But before we get into her gameplay, let's talk about stage, honey. Now, I wonder if they use a lot of lore references in this stage, because I feel like lore was the like backbone for like structure for lore and stuff, so that with so many cards you can get a clear picture of who's in the lore, a la the Bandle Scout stage, right? We saw all the cards from lore, the minions in the stage. And speaking of lore, Cithria, that 1 cost card in lore, is also there for the Demacia trait. She's looking at the Galio's Aegis. I should know that because it's in Wild Rift too. She throws out her cute jumps. Oh, she looks like she has a ponytail on. Looks like she has a mini ponytail. She has like a little bun on. Okay, that's a messy design. Okay. Oh, she has wings too. She has Red Bull. She flew up. And then she dashed down. That's actually a bitch because Caitlyn has that. Oh, she got her down. Okay. She got that. A lot of people on Twitter were talking about this. Lily, Karen from Street Fighter, Lily from Tekken. Does Ingrid have this? And now her. I'm forgetting probably some people, but any rich white girl has this type of sweep, and it shows. Oh, look, she throws out her shield. It's like her shield ability, but plot twist, it turns into her root, air quotes. And then she bursts out her ult in wrong This is me ulting my ult, by the way, in League, in the wrong direction. Oof. She has a high, medium, and a low version. That's actually a bitch. Also, all the Jinx Lux shippers out there from Wild Rift can actually put them in the team now. Can you imagine? Ari can catch a break. We're gonna discuss the roster in a bit again. Oh, who's that woman? Okay. She looks exactly like what I think she would look like in 2XKO. It didn't really change much because Samira is that new of a character where her features kind of still look the same. If you talk to like Lux, Darius, all the older champions, they look different because that's not what we grew up with back in the day. But she looks cunty, and I'm curious about her gameplay. So I think she's gonna be like a mid-range melee, a close mid-range fighter that probably excels in the lettering system. Or I don't think if they're gonna do the lettering system, the DCBAS, how is it gonna work in the scheme of a fight? Maybe it's like stacks, like the guy in Street Fighter, right? The drunk guy. I forgot his name. Jamie. I don't know. It's weird. What do you guys think of Samira in 2XKO? I hope they just make her as is. I see I feel like her moves, how she's played in League, like her third skill dash, second skill a block, that's gonna be the wind wall for her, like Yasuo into XKO. And then, her first skill, which is her poke. I don't know, I see a lot. I think I see her dash being S1 and then her wind wall S2. And then whatever she wants. She's gonna be flippy dippy. And she's gonna have combos in the air like a Kali, with like her Dante moves, whatever. But now let's talk about the outfit, honey. Get the outfit, baby. We need to pause at that specific time because her outfit is very covered. I'm not mad at it when we look at her from this perspective. From what I can tell on Samira, I think she's just this. It's the same outfit, just has a coat on, and chaps. This is chaps because I feel when you see her side view, you can even see the skin here. When you see her side view, you can see a little bit of leg there. I think it's cute. She looks like a wrestler, honestly. She looks like she's going to a WWE match. One flaw that I noticed that everyone pointed out on social media is her eye. Her eye patch. Her mole is in the right spot, but why is her eye patch here? I didn't even realize that Darius has a mistake on his scarring. I don't pay much that attention to detail. But yeah, overall she looks great. I'm curious on what skins are they gonna market for her. I have a feeling that High Noon or maybe Psyops would be her like release skins because Thresh and Senna were kind of like random releases, Lunar, Eclipse, and Sunken Terror Thresh, which is okay. If we got the Janitor Thresh, that's a party. Anyway, so now that we got the summary there for our girls, that wraps up your 2XKO Year 1 champions, 2 for each season. Now let's talk about it. So we got one from Piltover, one from Ionia, one from Demacia, plus, Shadow Isles, one from Shadow Isles. Where was he originally from? I forgot. Another Demacian and one Noxus. I think the variety was great. What I want to say about it is it was a lot of eye grabby champions. I feel like this was for the gays to try out, because they want their girly pops, and I'm not mad at that. But I think the hardcore FG fans who also love League were mad because there was no Darius. Or no, not Darius. There was no Garen. There was no Set. There was no Irelia. There was no Riven. When it comes to Set, people are hyping him up to be a lot, but I think his gameplay is just going to be mostly a grappler. And we already have. Well, I wasn't. This shows that I'm not really like known with these 3 characters, but Ilawi, Blitzcrank, and Braum. To me, those are what like creation of what he is going to be set wise. So I'm like, you might as well wait because if they want to flesh out a better kit, then you gotta wait. I think for Caitlyn, Akali, Senna, Thresh, Lux, I think these 5 have like something dynamic that reflects a certain character in a fighting game. You know what I mean? Like Senna probably reflects that person from Drive. Thresh is like someone who is somewhat close to mid to far range of a grappler, but mostly a fighter, poker. Akali is your fast ninja. She's kind of like a Ari 2.0. Caitlyn is your zoners for real, like a Jinx. Lux is your close mid kind of mage fighter with some magic. Like I told someone that she looks like their gameplay like Ingrid from Street Fighter 6, but then again I don't play Ingrid, so I wouldn't know. And then Samira is just like fun, diverse, quickie combos, but also has that gameplay mechanic unique to her. I don't know if Lux is gonna have a gameplay mechanic unique to her, but I can tell that her wand can be placed in certain spots. But yeah. Overall, I think this roster is an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Thresh was broken on release, in my opinion. That's just an opinion, by the way. Don't take it to heart. Akali, still strong. Caitlyn, I think she got nerfed down a bit, especially since her release. I don't know if Senna's gonna get buff, but I don't really see anything wrong with Senna. Maybe because of the feel with how the character is. And I hope Samira is not that tuned, but she's also gonna be a bit squishy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for the future of 2XKO, and I'm glad that they had an amazing Evo Vegas. 2026. I was gonna say 2016. But what do you guys think in the comments below? I already see a bundle, by the way, a bundle. Lux, Akali, Senna, Ari, Jinx, Echo. A 3 each part set for the Star Guardian bundle. Now get it together, right? Now this is your make or break moment. If those skins look good, you know what I mean? They're gonna pop off. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna give Caitlyn a Star Guardian exclusive and be like, she was first. But yeah, that was the video. Thank you so much for watching on this reaction slash rant on 2XKO. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And is this your moment to try out 2XKO? That rich girl sweep at 019. Yeah, the nepotism sweep though. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, like, if you don't dislike, make sure you guys subscribe, notification bell for whenever I upload a new video. As you can see, I started mixing in 2XKO and some Wild Rift on to the channel. Obviously, mostly Riot game stuff for now. When I find a game that I like, I will let you know. I'm also branching out into more of a variety gamers as well, since I've been playing a lot of single players on my off time. But yeah, that was the video. Social medias and everything in the description below. You know what to do. Subscribe, donate, get to the goal on YouTube, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.